Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day. You know the silliest thing in the world is when you take off your glasses to clean them and then look for your cleaning cloth. The amount of times I do that is significant. Okay. Do stuff here. Oh, wait. I thought I opened that. Oh, it is open. Okay. I was like, how did that get closed? It did not get closed. Alright, alright. Mew, 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 mew. Mew, 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 mew. I should say, Lincoln, that I probably should be trying to concentrate on work. It's fun to do it when I'm playing games, but if I'm doing it here, I might not be able to focus even a little bit. So maybe we can start that when I'm playing games. Because I don't want to get into a dissociation loop, because that is way too easy to do. We can chat about stuff though. This is a somewhat overdue, actually everything I draw is overdue, commission for the Bobs. Who unfortunately sleep at night, so they never get to see you draw live anymore, and I was sick for a while and not feeling well for a while, and then there was a weekend that happened, and anyways, I really need to like fucking focus and make sure that I actually get these things done. Not because they'd ever be mad, but because I get mad. Because I don't like it when I have things in the wings waiting. And if you're like, oh, you should draw... No. We don't take requests or commissions or anything of that sort. And if you're like, but how much does it cost? Schedule is completely full and always will be. We do art exclusively for the Bobs of the Slime Puddle or other folks from the Slime Puddle. I'd be like, that sounds weird. I'm just like, but consistent payment. That is the kicker. And always has interesting ideas. Always. I'd be like, is that a lot of eyeballs looking at me? Yes, it is. Are they wearing witch hats? Yes, they are. Are they square? Yes. How are they square eyeballs? I'd ask. I mean, you can ask, you're not gonna get a good answer. I used to take commissions from lots of different people, but the problem was that any time that my commissions would be open, everybody would be like, oh yeah, I should save up money for that. I'm like, well, I need money now. And I'd give people warning. I'd be like giving them warning for like 2 months ahead of time, being like, okay, in 2 months I will be out of commission, so save up and get ready. And you know, I still ended up having to fish for them, and I was like, you know what? The Bobs always like the Bobs would give us like little breaks because they didn't want to dominate our entire schedule, but I will take consistent work over no work. Also, this work is way more fun than folks who don't really know what they want and, you know, never get back to me. Oh my god. Like, I can understand it taking a couple of days to get back to me, but I literally had people ghost me. They'd pay me, and then they'd ghost me, and I'd be like, okay, well, I got half the details done. I need you to verify before I do colors. And nothing. And you're like, oh, well, what's the longest anyone's ever ghosted me? 2 years! And then got mad because I hadn't finished it yet, and I was like, I'm not going to finish something that you haven't verified. I do still have the file. They were like, well, you could have just finished it. And I'm like, I'm not going to put effort in if you need me to fix something. No. Yeah, you can't commission the Super Nugget. I know you want to, but like, if I won't even draw stuff for my own channel because I don't pay myself. You can imagine a Super Nugget, a gigantic shield covered in gold nuggetness. Not that she was a very nice person, but my maternal grandmother had a real gold nugget on a necklace, and I always really liked that necklace. It looked so cool. Probably pawned it, which is a bit of a shame. You need to ask the Bobs if they want different color witch hats or all the same color witch hats. Though I suspect it's going to be all the same color. I'm actually not sure what color it's going to be. Hey, Mr. Hut. You're looking at top chat versus all chat. There is a difference. So if you go to the top of your YouTube, it just blocks swear words and puts it in the all chat instead of the top chat for whatever frickin' reason, which is really annoying. Yeah, on YouTube, for whatever reason, you can type swear words in the chat, because I've allowed it, but it won't appear in the, like, there's like a top chat, which I guess is just like they have some AI analyze the quality of messages, probably so that if you have someone come in and they just start spamming letters and numbers, you can kind of filter all of that out. So it just sort of like does a quality check. But one of the quality checks it does is swear words, which I'm fine with, but it won't put them in the top chat for whatever reason. That's hot. I mean, it's denying all the bottom chat, or all the tops, all the fun the bottoms are having. Or are you checking to see what it filters? It doesn't filter a lot of 6-7 stuff. Oh my god, okay, so, you know how boomers and people who are basically boomers are... That's what I'm talking about! Aw, thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Serge! How you doing? 69 months in a row, hell yes! Sneaky substreak, back to lurking. 69 months! That's the good number. So I have a funny feeling I probably need to update my badges again. Yeah, I know! Those stream streaks are so much fun. The issue is that because I end at slightly random times, I never get to hit the same stream more than a couple of times in a row. I'm sure someone's gonna hit me with a really long one and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, wow. Why do you do this to yourself? But thank you so much for 69 months of support. Hell yeah. One of these things where I know I'm obsessing over pixels, but it's the difference between everything looking a little cross-eyed or the entire picture having everybody looking focused. End up adjusting and adjusting and then looking at it again. It's one of those things where when you're dealing with non-organic or semi-organic characters, eldritch type characters, depending on how much humanity is there, or I don't want to say humanity because I don't think that's a fair word, but it's the best one I've got. Relatability. Something as subtle as the precise weight of these pupils make a massive difference in where it looks like they're looking and what it looks like they're feeling. And in this case, we want to make sure that we're not making them seem overly emotional about anything. They are looking. They are not judging or angry or sad or surprised. They might be like, "Oh, well, you know, how can you do that with just the shape of the pupil?" It's so easy to fuck it up. Basically, I look at each one, and if it strikes me that it's not correct, that's generally how I know I need to fix it. Sometimes, though not often, the eyes of Bob may have different expressions to their pupil shape, but not in this case. We are doing a look. Ghetto? Which is also the reason why I keep moving around and around and around in circles, because I'm letting my eyes just sort of like play over each one, make sure they all feel the same. No one's allowed to be distracted either. If they're not all looking in the same spot, it's gonna be noticeable. Have somebody staring off into outer space. Perfect. It's okay. It's actually kind of funny. Sometimes I'll be checking to see if my stream's working properly, because it'll be showing 0 viewers. I know when it shows 0 viewers, I know that something's gotten fucked up on the dash. Occasionally I see you lurking, and I'm like, ah, lurk. Not that layer. Sometimes I should know how to walk on water. That's true. You are the very first person who ever subscribed to us. As winds keep on blowing. We want to copy this layer. Copy. Duplicate. Turn this off. Change the name of this to old. Yeah, ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody else. Keep it to myself. Yeah. Nobody else. Nobody else. I'll do it. Can make you feel. Free, free, yeah. Don't know how to do it. Oh, so far. But yeah, for people who were inquiring, we did watch episodes 5 and 6 of Has Been. Which had some excellent fucking songs. And were also super duper triggering for me, but was still good. Still. Hi, Dev. How you doing? How am I? I'm chilling. I'm doing a redraw on this old commission, which looks a little bit odd, but it's because I need to remove some old bits of art here. What am I drawing? I am drawing a picture of a being that has many eyeballs. And right now, the many eyeballs are wearing witch hats. Who said you adrenaline? All this black. Oh, how hacking, hackety, hack, hack. Oh, that's right. I accidentally did the cleanup on a different layer. Fine, we can fix it. Oh, what's pick a ball? Pick a ball is for when we're doing Pokemon challenges, like Pokemon randomizers, and that lets you redeem the ability to pick the ball before we look at what's in them. So in Pokemon randomizers, you get a choice of 3 starters, just like every other normal Pokemon game. But what those starters are is completely randomized. Just adds a layer of randomness. Sometimes people pick a Caterpie. Sometimes people pick one that I'm not actually allowed to use because there are rules to the challenge. Because randomizers can potentially, I don't know, give you Arceus. Like, obviously, you're not allowed to call it a challenge if you get God tier Pokemon. I used to do Kaizo Pokemon challenges. And I say used to because I kind of got to a certain point where it's fun, but I was falling asleep while doing it, which meant that it wasn't engaging enough for my brain to stay awake. And that can happen sometimes. I do have a problem with being EP at random, and this is one of them EP moments. We're going to do that later then. Well, I've got Silksong to play. I need to get through it because the entire universe seems intent on making because now that I've posted a couple of like Silksong things on YouTube, now YouTube's been like, oh, you're playing this game? Would you like spoilers in every single short you see? I'm sure that's what you want. Leave me alone. So I'm trying to crush it out. I'm trying to crush it out so that I can see the ending on my own terms without anybody fucking spoiling anything, and then I will cope with whatever comes next. I'll play other games and stuff again. Alright, so now we want this player. There's a fair bit I can do without input from Bob, so there's some work that we can get done. Sure, we used to have a challenge button, but you can do that. Usually, people like to spam that because it's really funny if they pick their balls. And that's why it got left, because people were annoyed that they could no longer pick their balls. And I'm not gonna stop people if they got itchy gonads, you know? If they gotta pick their balls, they gotta pick their balls. Oh, you have a challenge in mind? Well, let me know. Also, please excuse the occasional coughs and whatnot. I still am a wee bit sick. Oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. I could do that as a later challenge, or maybe I could do that for a short period of time while playing tonight, but I want to beat bosses. I actually need to try and use my entire arsenal. There are some achievements that I'm gonna have to go back and do. Screaming in the dark. Welcome to the fuck layer is this on? I swear I checked this layer. Oh! Well, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe I did have the wrong tool or something. Like I said, I'll play with traps for 5 minutes, but I'm not gonna do more than that because I need to actually kill bosses. If I'm actually going to, you know, complete the game. Son of a bitch. Maybe we can think of something that isn't Silk Song related for when I play other games, or you can be satisfied with a 5-minute challenge. Da 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 da, the sound, sound, sound. Iso voram bam bam, iso shoram. Like I said 10 minutes ago, I literally... Why would I practice with one crest and then take it off and then proceed to fail with another crest instead of getting better at using the one crest? Like I said, if you'd like me to do something for 5 minutes, okay. If you would like me to do a challenge in a different game, that's okay. But I'm not gonna waste my time when I want to be practicing bosses and beating the game with a challenge that I can't fulfill for the whole fucking stream. Like, you can pick. You can either do a challenge, but it doesn't last very long, or you can do the whole time. I would like you to, I don't know, not use elvish orbs in Oki Tower or something. If I wasn't trying to challenge myself to get the game done, I would be way more like, yeah, that sounds like fun. We can do that, because I know there is a mod that lets you change your crest constantly like that. Your crest randomizer thing. Like I said, if I wasn't just desperately trying to beat the goddamn game, it would be a completely different matter. I would be like, yeah, that sounds like fun, because it does sound like fun. But also, if I don't beat the game soon, I'm going to have the final fucking boss fight spoiled on me more than it already has been. Because, again, the universe, the internet is conspiring to fucking spoil everything for me, and it's driving me insane. Cheers, Lincoln. All right. Indiscriminately.
Would you be fine if I leave by the time the sun is out? I do not need a bloody show, I will be fine. Just let me go. Would you be fine?
Oh. Show me the way. Hey, 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 hey. me. I wanted to say you only know me, I know. Sit out of love. Oh, 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 set me free. Looks like I did a light pink. No, I did a dark pink. Dark purple and a light blue. You know what? I know what I did, what I took the colors from. As soon as I said that, I'm like, I know exactly where I got those colors from. Where are ya? Hey, the game's always set me free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do I have a DC? First, what do you get with your first? You get the yay, you did it award. Yay, you did it. Yay. But I don't know what DC is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tudo repete como se o tempo parou. Tua imagem gira e nunca cessou num loop lento. A vida ficou e meu coração nunca voltou.
I do have a Discord. It is locked right now. But rather, the command itself is locked because people, art spammers enjoy grabbing people's Discord and immediately going and spamming, and I don't want that. But that's just to prevent, when I'm not streaming, people doing that. If you aren't a godforsaken art spammer, you're more than welcome. Yep, we have an art share for people who are have art, got art, did art, that sort of thing. As long as you're jumping into people's DMs being like, I can draw you a new thing if you like. Because, you mean, like, no, don't do that. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. YouTube, you freaking trashy piece of shit. Christ, you always die. Why? Why do you always die, YouTube? To be like, I could load the next song, or, and hear me out, I could crash Chrome. Both are equally and fun options for me.
Ay, qué rico se ve eso. Te ves como travieso. Quiero probar tu beso. Ay, qué rico se ve eso. Te ves como travieso. Quiero probar tu beso. Kato? Rico, qué ricos, Ay, qué rico se ve eso. Te ves como travieso. Quiero probar tu beso. Ay, qué rico se ve eso. Te ves como travieso. Quiero probar tu beso. Rico, qué ricos, Sometimes it feels like I should know how to walk on water. Sometimes it feels like I should know how to move the mountains. But the seasons keep on going, and the rivers keep on flowing, and the wind keeps on blowing. And this beat, it stays in motion, like my lyrics keep on flowing, and this rhythm keeps on going. Yeah, ain't nobody else.
Alright, now we get to do the fun part. Alright, y'all. Squishy squish.
We don't gotta tell, no,
Nobody else. Nobody else.
about you and I, yeah, you make me feel so free. Yeah, you make me feel like me. Yeah, you make me feel so free. Yeah, you make me feel like me. Make me feel so
Just an hour and 20 minutes. Damn. You're well on your way. Yeah, it's definitely way longer on YouTube. I don't think YouTube has a function, like a capability, is capable of having that sort of function. Just thinking about the time when we were playing World of Warcraft with the Bobs, and we dragged them through all the little loops that you have to get in order to unlock specific exploration achievement. It does, but it costs money. That's so bad. Which means you'd probably need a unique API, and it'll only count views from like when you start using the app effectively. Which is not what people are asking for when they're looking for that kind of thing. For whatever reason, Twitch has always saved that data, possibly because they use it to analyze our psyches and make decisions for our lives that we don't understand. And then we scream in despair at Bezos for ruining our lives. And then I scream in despair because, once again, my frickin' mic is falling down. We good? I swear to God, I'm not even touching you, and you're still like, I don't want to work. Is that really what the original looked like? I say to myself, even though I've looked at it 10 times and told myself, yes, indeed, that is what it looks like, you dumb bitch. It is what it looks like, you dumb bitch. You can't stream on Twitch because you got banned from the YouTube algorithm? You could, unless you're banned from Twitch, which you clearly aren't. You can stream on Twitch. If you're banned from YouTube, yeah, you can't stream on YouTube, obviously. I assume that's what you meant. That you got banned from YouTube, and oh my god, honestly, telling people the sheer amount of times that William has told people that he wishes the rapture would happen And then they report him for threatening violence, and I'm like, look it. Don't they want the rapture to happen? I'm confused. Have you heard of a hero standing? I can't pretend to, I can't defend it all the way. Have you heard of a hero standing?
Vamos a la playa a sentir el calor. Quédate conmigo hasta que salga el sol. Vamos a la playa a sentir el calor. Quédate conmigo hasta que salga el sol. Vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa a sentir el calor. Vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa. Quédate conmigo hasta que salga el sol.
Duplicate and make fuzzy. Blur. Gaussian. Tiny amount.
Hasta que salga el sol. Vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa a sentir el calor. Vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa. Quédate conmigo hasta que salga el sol.
I mean, I am 100% convinced that I have been long since blackballed on Twitch for some reason or another. I've never been reported or anything, but it is so hard to deal with the nonsense of trying to figure out what the hell it is that I'm doing wrong that Twitch favors one person over another, even though I stream more than they do. But it's probably quality. They probably have had people come through and they're just good at their job and I'm not, so that's why I suck. It don't take much for me to not be good at something, you know? Welcome to the kill zone. As a note, don't use pineapple to exfoliate. Because it has enzymes that, you know, break down meat. I was like, if I have some, you know, chronic dry skin, I wonder what would happen if I put pineapple on it, because I'm a dumbass. It doesn't do what you think it would do. You might be like, oh, you know, it'll get rid of the top layer of skin or what have you, or it'll soften what's there. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. Everything I've seen that costs a lot of money, and this pineapple was $2 fucking. That's what I was thinking. It is not good for exfoliating. Do not believe the people who tell you that pineapple might be good for these things. It ain't. Now for now I'm going to make all the hats the same color, but I'm going to put some of them on a different layer just so if there is a request for the hats to be different colors, already got them set up. He turned into different colors. Maybe I'll disappear. I never know on you. I watched this guy who analyzes music for a living, watching the Silksong soundtrack before playing the game, which was a really cool experience. It was really cool watching somebody like guess what the different areas were gonna be based on the way they sounded without ever seeing the game. I try to save this. Hi, Mouse. You can be on the screen. I just need to open up Discord. How did your... Someone of my had just said that you took a test recently? I'm not sure if I'm correct about that. But hopefully it went well. Oh, cool. It is really cool that they actually let you work with a partner. I had a friend at university who was severely dyslexic and literally had a person who would read her textbooks to her. I was like, that is amazing.
Would you be fine if I leave by the time the sun is out? I do not need a better show, I will be fine. Just let me go.
Okay. I'm deciding what I'm doing next. Because I haven't finished uploading what I was uploading. I'm gonna do some Monster Train too.